Okay, we have part 4. So we just sewed this piece back here and done that. So now we're going to, I forgot to cut my little thread here. We're going to take this and we're going to flip it. And we're going to put these two sides together. And then that's where we're going to sew our 1/4 inch right through there. And that's going to connect our flower, that row of our flower anyway. Sorry, I try to keep it as best I can in the camera. It's just really hard when the camera is in front of me. Okay, go all the way to where your pencil markings match up your points. We're going to, you can tie your knot, you can, whatever it is that you, however you do it. This is how I do it. I just do back stitches in mine. And then we're going to cut our thread and get it out of there. Okay, and now we have our flower done. We have our first row of flowers done now. I finger press, once again. You can, I mean, sometimes it's going to flip. It's going to lay different. It's all right. Just work with it. Some will do different than others. And so now, now that we got that started, there's no particular place that you have to start for the next one, but I always start on the tip. I always start on the tip. What we are going to do, you're going to, once again, you're going to go to the right. And so then we're going to have the next color that we're going to do. Sorry. And so I'm just going to do this purple one. And so I'm going to sew this right here on this top. So we start where our points meet and go all the way down. And then we're going to tie off because we're not going to sew this to anything yet because we're just adding our row. Okay, so then we're going to press this up. Okay, so now you have the start of your next row. So then we're going to go to the right. And so we're going to take our next piece, which I'm just going to use this one. And then we're going to do, it's the same as when you're connecting the last one for your first row. So you're going to pull this down. And you're going to sew. Oh, I just unthreaded my needle. Hang on a minute. Okay, now we're going to finish this off. We're going to go all the way till our points meet. Make sure you don't get this purple flower in there. Kind of went behind, and that's okay. So then we're going to flip it. This is our little trick, just so we don't have to tie off. Sometimes you got to work with it. The more you get on here, the harder it will be to work with. It's with anything that you do. If you do an Afghan or anything, any quilt, the more that you get, you just got to work with it. Unthreaded my needle again. Okay. So then we have to tie off at our point. Make sure you pull your thread always when you're doing it by hand. You do have to pull and check to make sure that you don't have any loops or anything in your thread as you sew. Make sure that it's always taut. You don't want it too taut where it pulls it up. And so now we have that. So then we're going to do this next piece. Because it was down in the V, we have to go back on this side. So it'll be every other one you have to do this to. Whoops, I got it out of the camera. And so make sure you don't have that in there. And then we're going to sew our 1/4 inch. And I unthreaded my needle again. Hopefully I won't do that again, but it's part of it. So we're just going to sew all the way down until we meet our points again. Cut our threads. And then we are ready for our next one. So our next one, we're going to move to the right, and so we're going to sew on the top. So this next one will, and you can do whatever pattern you want. So I'm going to do this one. It's got kind of 3 different colors on this row. And so just match it up. And then you're just going to continue to do that. And then you'll close this up just like you do the first row. Then you're going to flip it. Match up your pieces. Whoops, kind of got out of the camera. I have to go to the side because of the simple fact that my phone is in the way. You're going to go and do your 1/4 inch here, all the way down. Until we get to our 1/4 inch, and then we're going to back stitch. Or if you knot up, whatever you do. And then we cut our threads, and there we have that one done. And so you just keep doing that until you get your next row on. I hope this helps. If you guys have any questions, let me know, and just leave a comment below, and I can help. I would finish this next row out, but if I finish the next row out, this video is going to be like really long. So if you have any questions, just leave a comment and we'll go from there. But anyway, you guys have a wonderful day. I hope these tutorials helped. God bless.